You know, it was great to finally play in conference games. We had been battling the weather a little bit. Everyone really around the Midwest had, and so there was definitely an anticipation, and to open up with Loyola, who is a very solid team, in preseason ranked #1 was great. I don't think either side needed any other motivation just besides getting on the field and playing those games. I'm very excited the way we came out. Winning 2 out of 3 was great. Had a really strong comeback actually in game 3. Came a little bit short just by 1 run. But really the overall offensive performance was strong. They have very solid pitching, and to put the pressure on almost, I'd say, 80% of the innings overall in those 3 games was really, really good to see. We had outstanding performances offensively by senior Corinne Schmidt, who really broke the game open, game 2 open with a grand slam that put us up 5-1. And then also Laura Swan had a tremendous weekend. I think she accounted for, 8 RBI over the weekend and hit well over 600. So very solid performances. Of course, we still really talk about pitching and defense, and we had a couple miscues on defense, but nothing that made a huge difference. So we were pleased to be able to manage those. But the combination of Devin Miller and Bridget Boyle on the mound is nice to see. They're 2 very different pitchers, and they complement each other really well. You know, we have Green Bay at home, which is makeup from our first weekend that we were supposed to play. And it's nice that we're at home for this one during a midweek. You know, Green Bay's that team, though. They always come out. They always play us tough. Again, we need no motivation to get up to play this team. They tend to be a scrappy team, and they find some ways to win a lot of times. So our kids know that, and we just know that we have to stick to our process, which is playing 1 pitch at a time. We know the importance of every game that we play. And yes, we're going to have 6 conference games in the next 5 days, headed to Detroit this weekend. Detroit has been a little bit on standstill because they haven't played their first 2 weekends, so I'm sure they're anxious to get into the conference race as well. But again, they played us tough last year, getting a game from us, so we know that we have our challenges ahead of us, but I feel really good about where we are after the Loyola series coming into this next 2 series against Green Bay and Detroit.